Hello, WiLLo Davis. How's it going? I do have a nice long playthrough, a let's play, if you will, of my island experience. 40-something episodes long of basically me doing everything I've done on Animal Crossing. But I think it'd be a good idea to give a nice tour of my 5-star, 500-something hour island. Well, it was Jamie's idea, I must admit. And it was a great idea indeed. So I figured let's just give a little rundown. Of course, many people see my island every single day, but I think it would be nice to have a breakdown of just everything we got. So the natural place to start is obviously the airport here, where if you were to come visit, you would find. And the basic idea of my layout, as you will see, is the main roads are the stone here, which is why I have the stone walls, the little fencing going around everywhere. I got stone bridges, as you'll see, inclines, and then the kind of secondary paths are usually this brick here. Originally it was dirt, but I didn't like the things growing on my path, so now it's brick. So first thing I do is come up here, and the resident services, obviously, kind of the main hub area. I always throw a couple of DIYs here in case some people come by that happen to need them, but every once in a while I gotta get rid of the ones that are very common. We have a guest today, obviously, KK Slider. Always gets a little cramped around here when he's in town, but, you know, make do for the experience. Head on down to the right here, you'll find my house. I got my own little patio area here. I don't visit it much, you know, it's just kind of a little hangout area if needed. We will go into my house a little bit later. Something I'm quite proud of is my garden, which is nearly complete over here. I went for all the black flowers and then the green mums. Obviously still need to fill in a few more cosmos, which is why there's still dirt in this area. Still hoping to get whatever 6 more black cosmos to fill that in. Ignore that balloon, that's really getting in my way here. But other than that, everything pretty much filled out. You saw the golden roses on the way in, I'm sure. Just thought that was a nice little flex to the start of the island. We got our first villager here, Scoot. He was an original member. Sun's out, guns out, rain out, so take it easy. Yeah, it is raining today, Scoot. Got my little rain hat on. Hopefully that protects us. Looks like it might be letting up, so thought it wasn't a bad day to do the tour. If you don't mind a little rain. Meringue, our newest member of the island here. Happy to have her. Can't wait to see her house. She's never home, so didn't really get the chance. So I call this area the park, with the brick path here. Obviously my little my pink flower setup, and a lot of the flowers that are here are actually, when I was first starting the island, like as I got flowers, I placed them in different places, and as I started developing this area more, putting down all the walkways and whatnot, I just kind of boxed off and cleaned up the flowers that were already here. So that's why there's like little mix and match ones. You could tell I just kind of got them together in different varieties, just trying to, you know, make it look nicer. But for the most part, this is stuff that was already here, and I just kind of boxed it off, the flowers, as I got them. So this is why I call it the park. Just got this little stuff. I had the seasonal Easter egg day things over here for a while, and then when that was over, then I kind of made it a more neutral spring setup. Got my grand piano in the park here. In the park lives Agnes and Scoot. Agnes is home right now. Scoot's really starting to take it over. He's got his electric scooter, his basketball hoop, but he tends to get special treatment. He's one of my favorites, and he knows it. Other things in the park, you know, his little weight bench, of course. Of course, he had to have that. The pool. I keep extra flowers I dump over here in case someone needs them. So maybe if Jamie comes by later and she needs them. A couple of these are just ones that grew like overnight or over the past day or so. It did rain yesterday, so you're going to find a lot of extra flowers around for the ones that I haven't gotten around to boxing off like these ones yet. I like using the terracotta to box them off. I know some people put like invisible blocks and things, but I don't mind the look of the terracotta to box things off. These trees are my money trees. I have them organized. I unfortunately missed 2 days a while ago, so I gotta catch up on that and find the glowing spot today, wherever that might be. But anyway, I'll follow you along the main path here. Here's the orchard. All the fruits. And then the coconuts are obviously on the beach. Just a nice place for people who come by that are newer. They can grab some non-native fruits. Peach are my native fruit, but I more enjoy the pears, so you'll find more pear trees than anything else here probably. Main path to Nook's Cranny over here. And these are just some flowers that got thrown down and then over time grew and grew and grew, and now they're kind of taken over, which is a common theme. Huge garden of red roses that I was using originally to get some black roses, and now I have more than I know what to do with. This path leads right down to the campsite. Got a little vending machine here. I meant to get the snack one. This is the drink one, but I haven't gotten around to that yet, so we'll leave that like that for now. That was a gift. Thank you very much. The beach is pretty chill. I leave like the occasional campfire, the occasional chair. And then this obviously leads back over to the park with the little roads here. And I don't know if anyone else has thought to do this. I like to make little dirt patches and like frequently walked over corners as if it wore away. How's it going, Egbert? He's wearing the frog tee I gave him. Egbert, also one of my favorites. Look at him basking there. Anyway, let's move on back up to Nook's here. Past the outrageous amount of red roses. Hello, Scoot again. Up here we have Egbert's house, and I kept it very simple. I figured he would like the dirt. He's a very simple chicken. Then our newest resident, Meringue, who I've yet to see the inside of their house. I hear it's very lovely. And a little path over here to the beach, and this is very overgrown. This is like an original idea I had for a little nook back in the earlier stage of my island, and it's just not much now, but if you feel like taking a little nap, put on some music in the middle of the day, it's here for you. This over here is where I just dumped a few things. The little roulette wheel, leaning tower. Hey, we got an 8. How about that? Looks like all the coconuts were freshly plucked after I delivered them to the villagers the other day in a Twitch stream, by the way. I stream on Twitch pretty much daily. If you want to come hang there, twitch.tv/WiLLo Davis. You can gift your free Twitch Prime sub. Would appreciate that. And then we're lucky enough on this island to have one of those little miniature islands that go in a river, as you can see. By the way, I know some people like to see the actual map, so I'll bring it up again for you. There you go. Very developed, you could say. This is just a little hang area. Got a rock over here. Nothing too crazy going on here. That leads down over to the left side of the orchard. Tried to make everything pretty accessible without you having to be like, where am I supposed to turn to get to where, but all stone bridges and inclines everywhere. That's just the theme that I wanted to go for. Got the Able Sisters right here. Nice, commonly traveled route. They'd probably get some good foot traffic in there, right? This is my little zen area, if you will. I put all my lilies of the valley from having a 5-star island here. And it doesn't really get visited much, but it's just nice to have a little chill, undeveloped area, I think. Got this little intersection here. Klaus, when he moved in, obviously demanded the fancier stone around his place, so kind of threw off the vibe of the paths, but, you know, we do appreciate Klaus here. Sandy's house, simple, plain, just like Sandy. And over here, we got the other side of the beach. There's little decorations over here. There's really not much room for anything. The common theme of my island is kind of, like, developed over time. I'm not the type that I like tore everything down and started fresh with my like industrial urban city design or anything like that, because you learn to live with the island over the first couple of weeks that you have in the game, and what like the ins and outs of all different locations, and I like to develop on what I was given, what layout was handed to me at the beginning of the game. We got a little pizzeria over here that I threw together. Thought that was a sweet little thing. Little fun area over here, a little game, a little fortune cookie, the fishing stuff, fishing cooler. Pier is on the bottom right. Ooh, that looks like it could be a nice one, right? Got our little disappointingly small lighthouse here. I've seen that video on the perspective forced perspective things. This was Jamie's house before she got her own Switch. There's a video on that on my channel if you'd like to see, of course. Museum right next to my house. I see, beginning of the game, you know, you place your house down. Oh, you gotta find a spot for the museum. I placed it down here. And it's a nice spot for it. You know, I think it's not too in the way or anything with the way I set up the roads and whatnot. Klaus enjoying himself right on my walkway there, as he likes to do. Must be nice. And you'll find little spots throughout where I kind of set up flowers in a way that I can use to my benefit. I use these to get some hybrid reds so I can hopefully someday soon get blue roses. I'll show you some more of my rare flowers, which are up here. The cliffs are definitely my most cluttered and just non-organized areas. You can see I started putting the dirt down to line Chow's house here with some flowers, then it got overgrown and just kept growing. But mums are my native flower, and I really don't mind having them kind of grow freely in some areas because it just makes me think of like wild flowers. These are obviously areas where I put down some tulips at one point and they overgrew. Put down some cosmos here and they started overgrowing, but lots of pink cosmos, which is a really great color, so I don't really mind that. Little hangout area up here. This is obviously, I put all this in. Little, doesn't really make, we'll say there's a geyser up there or something. That makes sense with just water falling down from nothing up there. Little kind of lake beach thing, if you will. You have to hop over here to get to this part. You got your little Godzilla, and this is just kind of an open thing. I don't like the silo at all, to be honest. I just put it there when I was trying to get 5 stars, whatever, like a month and a half ago or something. Little observation deck, if you will. Here's the top of the river. I know it's kind of, I got the short end of the cliff top rivers here. There's only this little bit, which is why I added this in. Sometimes there's the occasional thing floating around up there, I think. Down here, kept most of the cedar trees. This is where it gets very unorganized. Over here I've got my kind of farming area for flowers, trying to get all the rare ones. So this all needs to get cleaned up eventually. I've taken over poor Rizzo's house. His yard is just a big mess of flowers that I want. Did get my first blue pansy this morning though, so happy about that. Got my first few purple pansies. Still looking for purple windflowers, purple hyacinths, whatever you get from the orange tulips. Still need blue roses. Very blessed to have plenty of green mums. That was a tough one to get. Got my table, ladders, chairs match over here, which I'm sure Rizzo does not appreciate. Might have to tear that down eventually. So just, yeah, chill. I planted a couple of orange trees initially in the cliffs, and a few of them still remain to this day, which is kind of funny because you got like the cedar, the hardy cedars, and then the orange trees. I made this little dirt path to get to Reds once that update came out, so that way as I'm walking through the cliffs every day I can spot if Red came or not. I know it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Up here is a kind of flower area slash the graveyard for past residents. Rest in peace to Claudia, the pink tiger, Renee, the horse, and Patty, the cow, who I just heard is apparently moving into Jamie's island, which she's not too happy about, but take her or leave her. That's kind of nice, you know, full circle. This is all overgrown because I kind of stopped needing it. These two is where I got the hybrid red pansies. These 2 rows where I got the hybrid red windflowers, which are over there. And this is just a mix of things. I'm trying to get purple mums, orange tulips to get whatever other kind of tulips those make. Down over here we have Mallory's house. It gets very simple over here. Lots of more overgrown flowers, as you clearly see. And it keeps raining, so it's going to keep happening. I just have to keep cleaning them up. Little pond, little chill area. And pretend to look out there. And yeah, just little kind of more getaway areas that I have to get through daily. Oh, there's those little speedy ones. Egbert always finding fun areas to visit. It's hard to find him sometimes, though. Oh, you know what? While we were up here, I didn't get to show you where I'm currently collecting one of every color of flower. You've got a lily of the valley up here, and so I gotta put the purple pansies up here at some point, the blue pansy, but I'd like to at least have more than one before I go throwing it into this pile here. And then once I get all of them, I'm gonna organize it in some cool color spectrum way. And we'll head down this staircase now. It went down the other one before, went up the other one before. And oh, I haven't taken you to the east side of the island, so let's go and do that. Nice waterfall. Little intersection here with all the bridges, a little loom behind Able Sisters, which is kind of a real eyesore, but you know. I like having the bamboo there. The bamboo here and by my house only, nowhere else really, because I just kind of wanted to be stuck in different areas. This is another spot where I just threw some flowers one day and they completely took over, which is fine. It's just behind houses. I like kind of having things blocking behind houses so that I can't get up. I don't end up getting like fossils stuck there or the glowing spot or anything. So here's Boyd's house, just right off the side of the path here. See, this is kind of the most cluttered area with the houses, and then up on the cliffs it's nice and open. Thought for the different folks who move in, they might appreciate different living setups. Got a little peninsula here. I like putting a bush and a tree or some kind of form of something by the rocks, so I don't have to dig holes to brace myself against them every day, but honestly, I'm really not checking the rocks too often anymore. Klaus is very amazed with my flamingo. Probably the first thing he's actually enjoyed ever, as he smugly walks through my flowers every day. Oh, of course I can't overlook the toilet that has been here since one of the very first days. I like to... I know it upsets some folks, but I like to keep it out here in case you eat some fruit and you don't want to accidentally break a rock or something. Comes in handy. It really empties you out. Here is the flag of Pewter. I should have said from the beginning my island is Pewter, of course. I kind of made it to resemble the badge that you get from Pewter City, which the island is named after from the original Pokemon, Red and Blue. So, there you go. The current town tune is just the melody from Dance Monkey, but I like to change it up. It was Lavender Town before, then other things before that. Go ahead, hit the wood block, Klaus. No one's looking. And as I said before, the kind of vibe of my island is just like the functionality, keeping things natural, the layout as it was given to me, and then just kind of developing on that slowly. I didn't like tear everything down, as I said, to start fresh once I gained the ability to. So clearly, you see people with much more developed islands than me, who probably have even less playtime, which is fine. You know, some people they like having little like exhibits as you go along, fun little things they made. They like putting the custom designs on the ground for pathways and stuff, but I knew from the beginning I wanted like simple, functional, village-looking kind of place. So this is exactly what I've wanted. We'll go head into the house in a second. Now, I know I said like 500 something hour. That is my logged times, like 520 hours or something. But you know, I've left the game on overnight a few times, I'm sure, so it's hard to say. This is not the permanent setup for this room. The flooring and the wallpaper, I just put these in recently. Just, you know, this is where I kind of test out wallpapers and flooring, so don't get too used to this. Usually I have like the skull walls, which glow in the dark, and like some kind of techie glowing floor thing. Get some tunes in here, right? Alright. What to say about this room? Got my little hangout, listen to some music. No TV in this room yet. I could get one, but whatever. Got my guitar. Another guitar over here I recently acquired. Got all my posters of some of my favorites here. Some were sent to me. Some I acquired. I got my captain from the amiibo that I have. And it's nice to look over here and see everyone. What else? Got my Judas Priest albums up on the wall. I'll spin you around here. Just a couple of knickknacks I throw that I forget are on this back wall often, because whoever turns the camera that far. couple trophies and doodads. You know how it is. Take you over to the kitchen room. I have the fully expanded house, of course. And I try to do what I can with each room. Little kitchen, quaint. Got my nice little setup here. Do the dishes, my little marble island, fridge, microwave on top, little coffee maker, tiny TV, and I hardly ever use. Gas range, of course. This thing came with like an electric stove, and this thing too. Boiling water maybe, but like everything else, gas range. Am I right? So there's the kitchen, just simple, classic. Take you on over to the left to my little bathroom, my rattan-themed bathroom, as you'll see, which I put the bed in, which I hate having the bed in there, but I also like completing the rattan theme. Still waiting on a few more black rattan things. You know what? I think the black rattan armchair might have been in Nooks the other day, and I did not grab it, so I'm seeing now that definitely needs to get moved. That shower head that I forgot was there. Got this thing. This one was terribly expensive. This shower booth. Got the automatically opening toilet, the bidet. Just, you know, your classic bathroom, washroom setup. Head back out to the main room, and in the back there, you'll see. This was the room that I really don't know what to do with. So it's just kind of a spare bedroom, if you will, or something like that. Got all the cute themed things that I can in here. It's just, you know, just an extra room, honestly. If I think of something better to put in here, I'll probably tear it all down and do that, but for now, this is all good. Just the cute theme things. If we head on upstairs, I'm sure a lot of people probably make the upstairs their bedroom, but not I. I make the downstairs my bedroom. Upstairs, I have, it's kind of like a casual living room and my little office, if you will, my little YouTube area. I thought that was kind of funny. Lights on me and the very expensive desktop. Very casual, chill living room setup. Got the record player, another guitar. I really ought to synchronize the couches and whatnot because it's a little bit of a mess right now with the way that's set up. Still using some cardboard boxes and tables in this room. I know. How dare I? Anyway, there's one room left to see, and that'll be my bedroom down in the basement. I don't know what inspired me to put it down in the basement. It's like my own little bomb shelter or something, you could call it. But I'm testing out the rug in here. I just got this from Sahara the other day. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of it because that little circular thing on my Imperial flooring is very nice. And I don't really know how I feel about covering it up. But I'm going for black Imperial everything here. The bed, low table, the what do they call this? The chest, the wall-mounted shelves, the little divider, the screen as they call it. Got my little hamster in the back there, my nutcracker, 50-inch wall-mounted TV, my Switch is over there. Got the little radio station from the beginning. I like listening to tunes on that usually, if I'm going to bed, you know. Fall asleep just like this, IRL. Couple of guitars here, the pedals, the amp, my lava lamps, high-end stereo, more lava lamps, a little desk, you know, chill stuff. Oh, the Imperial chair there. Got this lovely black violin the other day. My electric bass. Like to jam out on that to some KK bubblegum. So that's it for my house. Here's the exterior again, just, I don't know, very dark castle-y, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, anything else to note? You'll see the little DIY benches everywhere. I like to, you know, have quick access to them in case a tool breaks or whatever. Oh, another little thing to note, I carved out a little line to just go back behind the cliffs. Really makes it easier for me if I'm doing a bunch of ocean fishing. And I laid brick out on, you can see if I do this, brick out on the path here so nothing like grows, nothing spawns behind it that I might not see. So that's just a quick little way to get from one side of the ocean to the other there. So anyway, thanks MTV Cribs for hanging with me for a day. Appreciate y'all. I just want to give you a full developed tour of my island, other than you just having to get glances of it every day from the videos. But like I said, follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/WiLLo Davis. Maybe I'm live right now playing some Animal Crossing. And of course, feel free to check out my 40-something part series of playing Animal Crossing New Horizons I've got up on my channel. I appreciate all of the support. It's come much farther than I would have thought, so thank you all, and I'll catch you on the next one. WiLLo Davis, out.